What made you choose culinary as a career? For as long as I can remember, food has been my first love, probably everyone's first love, as we need it for life. My palate has grown with age, though. The younger me would be so disappointed at my dinner plate these days. A lot more color and healthier options to extend life these days. I still enjoy a good crafted pizza or a burger here and there. I just have to taste the love that's put into the dish for me to buy all the way in. I love how with modern tech, we're able to see and gain so many new inspirations. For example, like the time-honored classic of spaghetti. It's been modernized with two sauces just instead of your traditional meat sauce. They added Alfredo sauce, which combines for a high-end taste. I really can't put my finger on it, but it's just literally like a high-end experience once you put those two sauces together. I don't have it any other way now. How long did it take for you to become successful or skilled enough to pursue a career within culinary? For as long as I can remember, I have been cooking. I'm the eldest of five sisters. My mother worked a lot, late nights, overtime, all those things. So it was up to me to be responsible to feed all of us. I started with the simple things like everyone else: eggs, grilled cheese, hot sandwiches, simple snacks that were allowed and loved as a kids. I didn't take a lot to cook. It was easy to mess up from there. I started experimenting once I learned the ins and outs of working the stove and working with hot utensils. I began deep frying chicken and making whole meals, not just snacks around 12. Always got compliments on my cooking, even at the tender age. However, I didn't get the confidence to monetize until after my culinary training. I always felt good enough. However, I believe in being overly prepared and didn't want to start selling anything until I knew the ins and outs of the business as well as the cooking. I became licensed chef at the age of 38 and now building my culinary brand at the same time as my production company. What is your favorite type of food to cook? I love most cuisines. However, if I had to choose one, I would say Italian. I love Italian because of its versatility. You can go so many ways with it, the different varieties of noodles. You can almost have a different pasta for every day of the week. Or every day of the year, honestly. It's easy, it's time manageable. It gets better over time as the sauce gets more time to penetrate the noodles. Probably why your pasta dishes taste better the next day, as into the day that it was made. I definitely will have the less delicious pasta options on the menu for servers once open. Where did you receive your training? I attended Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts. It's an online school that takes a great approach to ensure the students are retaining the information and also creating great dishes. They have different focus points as well, though. If you want to like focus on baking, or you want to be like into like a particular cuisine, far as like Chinese, Italian, or whatever, I approached it with the all-around approach. I didn't want to have any weaknesses, so I wanted to really learn every type of dish there was to learn and cook. So I went for the all-around. Some people don't have the luxury of traveling, so I let them bring those dishes to them. Was culinary school hard? I would say with anything in life, I believe you get out what you put in. I was already in love with the field before I even thought about monetizing it. That being said, the technical side can be a bit daunting. However, I came from a sports background and I thrive under pressure. It always depends on the chef you learn from as well. Some are more strict than others. I prefer to be drilled like a soldier, so I can be ready for whatever's thrown at me in the field. How big of a team do you have? Currently, at the moment, I'm a one-man show until I build the capital to hire a team. It makes it a lot harder to do everything by yourself. However, I can better control the quality of the meals I'm making and selling. Cooking is an art and a passion that you can experience through the dish. And love is an ingredient you can taste. So the more hands that touches that dish and the more people that's not as passionate or that's into it than me, you can really taste that. And I'm a passionate chef and I want to have my hands on everything that goes out. What are your thoughts and plans to scale your business? At the moment, I'm looking to not brick and mortar. I'm looking to do a food truck and private dining route. I believe in quality control and I don't want to grow so big that my product suffers. I hate when I love a place, then it grows to such a big popularity and the quality suffers from it. I need all my plates to be as good. Like from the first plate that goes out to the last plate, I want it to be just as good. I plan on growing my customers as good old word of mouth and online engagement. I plan on writing different types of cookbooks with step-by-step tutorials on YouTube. Each book will have QR codes to follow me on YouTube, and all of my online engagement will drive my audience to my YouTube for now until I create or join another platform created or cater to what I'm marketing. I also plan on doing private dining experiences. Holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, I will show up and give you the world-class experience of a lifetime. Guests can either sit back and be pampered like royalty, or you can roll up your sleeves and get in the kitchen and learn how to make some of my signature dishes. Will you open up a restaurant eventually? I honestly don't plan on doing it myself. However, I do have a plethora of ideas to give to a developer or investor who wants to do a brick and mortar, looking for other streams of revenue. I have plans down to the name, floor plan, and menus. Also, how to keep your kitchen running, front of the house, back of house, keep everything stocked with everything you need. What drives you and keep you showing up every day? I'm naturally a driven person because of my sports background, of course. I'm grateful for having that experience. I also just want to be one of the best at whatever it is I do. I had my first child 5 years ago, and that really put the biggest fire under me as far as like want to just be great. That's when I signed up for school and ultimately ended up here to help strengthen what I'm building on the marketing side. Everything I want to be certified in. So I always want to go get the education first and then pursue it deeper. Do you prefer catering gigs over everyday consumer consumption? This is tough to answer because I think everyone would love everyday streams of income. However, like I stated earlier, at the risk of losing control of the quality, it's a no-go for me. So I would take the slower stream and bank on building a reputation and quality and great customer service. I get good enough at it, I can have private dining experiences that cover everyday income, giving me more time to plan and build new ideas. What's the hardest thing about your career as far as what gives you the most agony about the business? One of the hardest things I think all culinary experts face is standing out and creating dishes that haven't been seen or tried yet. Food's as old as time, so a lot of what we're used to and love were already made before we even thought about putting fire to it. So staying fresh and on top of what's hot and not in food can be a mighty task. I don't try to reinvent the wheel. I just put the passion and love behind dishes we all love and been eating since the beginning of time. I do love experimenting safely. Like I said, I don't try to reinvent the wheel. However, knowing flavor profiles and what meshes well together is a great tool to have when doing so. I refer back to the Alfredo sauce spaghetti. A traditional dish with the addition of Alfredo sauce elevated that meal so much it goes from mom's spaghetti to a 5-star cuisine. It's so delicious just by adding one ingredient. What were some of your influences to get you into the field? I'm an 80s baby. I grew up on Food Network when it actually showed you how to cook before everything became a reality show. I grew up with the influences of chefs such as Wolfgang Puck, Emeril Lagasse, Rachel Ray, Bobby Flay, Guy Fieri, just to name a few. Growing up in this time period was such a blessing as we were taught the last of the old ways while bringing in the new from 84 to 2024, 39 years of learning and experiencing different flavors. Pretty long time in the field. How do you stand out in such an overwhelming market? I'm currently learning this now, and in such an oversaturated market, I think you stand out simply through just your personality and being you, high quality. Having that is a factor, making simple dishes with the passion of getting your first dream car or house. I also think in the market of food, with most of the dishes already having sons and recipes out, you just put the passion and love behind it, you can really taste whether it was made for profit or for your opinion of how it tastes. I want to leave your establishment feeling like that's the only way I want that dish. Lastly, I would like to say, if you're passionate about anything in life, just believe in yourself, stay 10 toes down, give it your all, and keep pushing. Everything is hard if you want to be great at it. I mean, if you just want to be fitting in or just like anyone else, just just sign up and then fall in line. But if you want to stand out, give it your all, put your effort into it, give it your all, work at it, be great at it, have confidence, succeed, and keep going. Keep going.